All right, good morning. It is Monday, January 5th maybe. All right, so there's two trees there. They're dead ash. Last 60-mile-an-hour windstorm. That one's hung up. I don't think by much. I'm thinking I'm gonna free the bottom and then use a PV and roll it. And I'm thinking it's gonna roll this way. And then this one is probably already down. So we just need to kind of clean it up and get into some logs, bucket into some logs, I think that's the word they use, and get it in the pile with the other logs from the windstorm. And when the weather gets a little bit nicer, we'll get the sawmill going. Okay, here we go. That endeavor was mostly about clearing and hauling brush all the way around to the brush pile over there. There's a couple of logs on the firewood pile, and we got these that might be sawmill ready. Could I haul them and put them there? I could, but I'm tuckered out. And I would like to see what happens with this tree now. So let's talk about this one. All right, so that's still connected on the bottom, and it is caught in the crotch up there. So how am I gonna free the bottom? I can't cut this way because the tree wants to come back. So I clear it, it's gonna be binding the saw, it's gonna pinch the saw flat. So I gotta cut this way, so the weight's gonna draw the saw blade down. The question is, do I cut from the top or do I cut from the bottom? And since the tree's not gonna go this way, the tree's gonna wanna go this way, I'm gonna have to cut it from the bottom at a reasonable angle so if it clears, it's gonna drop down and won't bind backwards against the saw blade. That's my plan. Let's get you at a safe distance and see what happens. All right, well, that was a lot of effort with little results, except the PV is for a bigger log. That tractor supply, whatever, is a piece of shit. PV doesn't work for crap. Although the small piece works good on trying to get logs up on a sawmill. I take the top handle off. Yeah, but now we have gotten it stuck in a different crotch. So it's not going to come down on its own right now. So I think we're going to reconvene tomorrow with plan B. Plan A, just to use a PV and roll it. Took a lot of effort and just got stuck in a bigger crotch. So there's no easy way to butt pull this thing out. There's nothing really to latch onto to pull up and out substantial. So my plan is to get my pole saw. It's a reasonable log, so I'm gonna use my pole saw. I think like here, make an undercut this direction, and that should fall that way, and then that should fall that way. Right, that's the plan. We're taking a break, gonna go have lunch. Gotta go help my son with a plumbing issue. Clean up a little bit of scraps here. Yeah. Whew, sweating. All right, we gotta pack up our toboggan here and get home.